Hello everyone and welcome to another FxEdge Power Hour. This is Marcello Ducille. Today is March 25th, 2013. We're going to do today what I've done for years, which is an analysis of the markets and evaluation of our strategies, which are based upon the 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time close of our daily bars and our 4-hour bars. Thereafter, we will have a brief questions and answer session, so let's go ahead and get started here. I'm going to go directly to the STP, which is our Swing Trader Pro series. And that is our marquee series, and basically that has been the system that's performed the best for us over the long term. So having said that, let's start with the euro dollar, and here we have a euro dollar sell that we should have taken today, and we did take that euro dollar sell today. As you can see, our automation has already jumped into the trade for us. And so how do we know we were supposed to get into a trade here? We had to change from green to red, which gave us a sell signal. Okay, that's how we know. So where are we as far as the market is concerned here? All right, let's talk about it. Yesterday we had a gap down. Okay, and that's the Friday to Sunday market close. We were able to get into we had a gap down. Price moved all the way back up, and you can see it retraced right to the 200 at 130.46. We went to 130.47. And then the market actually pulled back, began its descent, and actually closed very, very low. We were very fortunate in Tried Forex to be able to make significant profits off this run here. Many of those will translate to BW as soon as we work out. We're about working out some of the kinks that we had in the trade copier. In the meantime, you can see our live trades if you'd like. Usually I like to play one or two. I think I'll start to put them up on the website somewhere so you can see the live trades that we take, and you can see just exactly how we make that money. But if you're interested in that, by the way, it's www.myfxedge.com/tribe, TRIBE. All right, so that's the euro dollar. So the euro dollar, basically, we bounced off this area, formed a nice strong reversal candle. You know, guys, I've got mixed signals about this because it's not like we've hit new territory. We're not in an uptrend. We're not in a down. We're in a downtrend per se, but we're not in an uptrend. We hadn't had a very big reversal signal per se, and we haven't found our way outside of this range. So it's tough to say where price will go. We expect for it to continue to move south. Okay, meaning that we expect for the euro dollar to sell off. And so that bodes well for our STP euro dollar trade. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is, basically we're going to be looking for sells. We've got a sell bias here certainly, and we're going to continue to look for sells. We are kind of still in this range, if you will. We closed within this range. The low here was 128.43, and we actually had a close at 128.52. So this is a very strong sell signal, though. It does close below the trend line that we had made previously, and that bodes well for potential continuation to the downside here on the euro dollar. So we're going to wait for that. We were kind of expecting it from a fundamental standpoint. This is what we would have expected, as we are seeing some fiscal responsibility here exhibited in the United States. So we are looking forward to seeing potentially a push down here continually on the euro dollar from a technical and a fundamental standpoint. But we need to see more. We need to clear this area of consolidation fully, and then we'll have a good go at it, I believe. And so that's the euro dollar. We're currently in it. Price 128.51. Stop loss at 129.61. So about 110 pips of stop there. Take profit at 127.47. All right, moving right along. All right, so basically we have the exact same signal inversely. So on the dollar Swiss, we have a beautiful reversal candle, and we had a bounce right off of that 200 here on the dollar Swiss as well. It's amazing how that works, and we've closed right below, right below that trend line. Okay, right below the first trend line here. All right, so what we're looking for is we're going to look for a breakthrough of this trend line, and also these areas of resistance here as well on the dollar Swiss. Where are we as far as that's concerned? we're going to wait for a change from red to green, and that will give us our signal. Potentially we'll get that tomorrow, okay, because we are actually very, very close. If we have one more positive day on the dollar Swiss, we are more likely than not going to see a buy trade. You know, for me personally, I'm kind of glad that we haven't taken a buy here, even though we have this beautiful reversal candle. And I say that because we just got into the euro dollar. They're both still within their range, as you can see here. We're well within the range that we were in previously. And so it's, you know, for me, it would be double the risk on this particular trade. If I took a euro dollar and a dollar Swiss, I'd essentially be taking the same trade because they do have an inverse correlation. It's a very strong inverse correlation. Okay, so you know, I don't mind straddling those two entries. And so that's the dollar Swiss. Look for a buy potentially tomorrow. Pound dollar. Pound dollar, we have in the past had a sell bias. You can see here that this is interesting because I drew a trend line the last time that we were on. Okay, using these points 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you can see here on the day that price actually did sell off, okay, and then closed right on the trend line at 51.71, or I should say it had a low at the trend line at 51.41. Okay, so we're actually very close there to this area, and we still have a sell bias for many reasons, because price has been moving down. As far as the fundamentals are concerned, they're in line with a stronger dollar against the pound. There's also the fact that we're below the 50 EMA and the 200 EMA as well. So we've had a clear downtrend here, and now we have what looks like both a reversal candle and also a railroad tracks formation here. If we do get price moving down, breaking this intersection here of these trend lines, then we will see a further move to the downside on the pound dollar. So watch for that. Okay, and we're going to look for a change from green to red. We don't have it. Okay, we don't have it just as yet, but we did get out of that pound dollar sell that we were in previously. So you should have gotten out of that pound dollar sell. If you're still in it, then kudos to you, because I still believe there's a lot of downside to this pound dollar, and you may be able to take advantage of it, and may even be able to take an add-on if you have the right version of the software. All right, so the pound yen, here we go again. Pound yen is testing that 50 EMA. We don't have a signal here. We're looking for a change from red to green here to get into some form of a trade. But we're still respecting this 50 EMA, and so you know, it's still in a consolidation here. We did have a sell-off on the day, but it's still consolidation, still screaming consolidation, and it doesn't say anything else for us at this time, at least from a technical standpoint. We're going to need to see a clear break of this 50 EMA for us to consider a sell here. Okay, and also a change from red to green, or green to red again, I should say. Okay, so our Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar is another one. As you can see, we drew a trend line going up. We have this big, you know, buy heading up here, a big buy bar here, and then we had price really take a pause here at 1.0450. We hit that area, we hit that high there, and then we saw price break through finally, and you know, we broke through. We saw the breakthrough. And we're seeing a recognition of price at this trend line. So there's this trend line is being recognized here for the time being. Price continues to move with it, and we could potentially see this would be a good bounce point for the Aussie dollar here if it is continue to move up. Okay, but we are actually at a key point, because if you look across here, the 1.0450 area is a very strong area of resistance, and we are kind of in the apex of those 2 points. We would need to see a further movement out here to the upside to get to this upper apex, which would be really where we'd want to look. I'm going to actually go up to the weekly chart, because that's where we have a lot of movement. So we could actually see a bounce off of 1.0551 technically, or a bounce right here at 1.0450. Got plenty of downside room here. If we are to see a sell, so we're going to keep our eyes peeled for a sell here on the Aussie dollar. And let me see if we're poised for it on the STP. We are kind of poised for it, but we've got too much buy pressure right now. It's going to have to cool down a little bit before we get that sell bar, unless it will be invalidated because it's just so much buy pressure here. And maybe it'll give us a signal. If it's up here and we get that bounce, we get a nice reversal candle, and we get a red bar here, this would definitely give us an opportunity for a discretionary trade in that direction. So we'll talk about it as it does come. We'll deal with it as it approaches. All right, so the euro yen. The euro yen also in the exact same place, guys. We're talking about, we're still got a consolidation here. I mean, I want to say that price is going to bounce and continue down, and it very well may do so because we did have a very strong sell bar here on the day. But we are still, from a technical standpoint, we're still in between those spots here. So it's kind of an ambiguous place to be. It's ambivalent, if you will, from that standpoint. We don't have a true breakout, and as much and as strong as the day closed here, it's there's no guarantee, or there's no truly high probability that price will continue to move down at this point. Now, if we do get a break of these levels and we do break these areas of support, then absolutely we can look for that a continuation here on the euro yen. But the good thing about it is that we are in a euro yen trade. That euro yen trade is currently up 385 pips. We got in all the way up here at 124.90. And so that bodes well for us. You should be up on the euro yen 385 pips. Okay, so if price does continue to move down, we could have a 1,000 pip run on the euro yen, and that's what we'd like to see. All right, so let's take a look at our STP, our IBO, sorry. So IBO, we had a couple signals here. We had a buy signal, 40 pips. 40 pips of risk, 40 pips of profit here. That's simple. And also a price move up, maximum favorable excursion of 120 pips. When you get up here, it's time to get out. And so if you understand the discretionary cues here, then you would have most likely gotten out here somewhere at the top, as we had these three tests of this high here at 130.50 before the big drop off. Okay, and so that's what happened there. There's also another opportunity for a trade if you missed that one. There's this IBO, kind of big though. It's about 104 pips to the IBO high, so it was not a, we like to get them small. We like them 20 pips, 30 pips, in that range, or even smaller if we can get them and let them be successful. But we got into this trade at 129.40. Okay, stop loss is at 130.50. Okay, so it's about 110 pips of risk on this trade, and we stayed in it. We stayed in it. Price moved down. We hit our first take profit, and we're still in the second position, up 87 pips on the sell. And that's the IBO. Okay, as far as the IBO Rev is concerned, we did have a 3-bar. We had a sell reversal, and this is our sell reversal. That's a high probability trade. We're looking for 47 pips. It does get down to that 50 pip mark, and it does close out the first position and then close out the second one at break even. So the first position hits profit, second one moves to break even. Okay. All right, so our Quattro. I love looking at this chart, guys. I mean, I have drawn it repeatedly, but this channel is just perfect. I mean, I can't draw this channel any more perfect. This channel, we drew this channel a little bit ago, and you can see how price is just, stopped on the middle channel here, the middle upper channel here, gone to the upper channel here, just where we were, and then it has come down off of it as well. If you draw this channel, you'll most likely, as long as we stay within it, as long as we continue in this channel, you'll probably do well. So what does that mean for us? Every time I look at this channel, things become clear for me. Don't get me wrong, guys. We could have a breakout and a continuation to the downside. Anything is possible. But the reality of the situation is that, we're bouncing right off the lower part of this trend line. This trend line is at 128.23. We got down to 128.29. And, So if the market doesn't want to push down, now don't get me wrong, it could push down because we do have some fundamentals in play here. But if the market doesn't want to push down, we could see a revisiting of those highs again, maybe somewhere over here. Certainly the 70 pip mark in the middle channel, and the 150 pip mark. So this is actually a doji that's formed here. After you have a very strong bar like this, it's kind of an inverse evening star, and that bodes well for a push to the upside, most likely. All right, so that is what I'm seeing from this chart. But let's talk about the FxEdge Quattro. We had a change from green to red. Got us into a sell. Beautiful sell. 50 pips of risk on this trade. We didn't need it for the stop loss. Hit our first take profit. Second position moves to break even. Maximum favorable excursion of 108 pips. Now you're going to watch this closely because, like I said, price could retrace and really head back up to this point here, which would close you out at break even on the second position. So if you see movement above here, it's probably a good deal for you to override and get out of this trade. But you got to watch it yourself. And if price does cross back below here, then we'll continue to have that sell, and we'll have a continuation of the movement down. Okay. All right, let's take a look. Our triple threat 3X does not have a trade, did not have a trade. We're waiting for another opportunity at it. It's definitely in a sell bias, but nothing's going on here. And our ATR Sniper actually got us into a buy all the way up here. Definitely not what we wanted there, but it did make up for it by getting us into a sell right in here. Beautiful sell, open 129.90. Actually, our entry was at 129.39. You can see it here. Stop loss initially was somewhere in the middle there. I think it was 20 pips or so, 30 pips. And you can see that we're up 85, 86 pips right now, and up about 2%. And that pretty much sums it up. Okay, my STP has taken both a buy on the euro yen and a sell on the dollar Swiss trade. Kevin, what platform are you on? Let me take a look. Okay, I see it. I see it here. What are they? Are they GMT +2 or where are they? I can see the trade though. Okay. Okay, you should be short the euro dollar, the dollar Swiss. Dollar Swiss should not be in a sell, so I would exit that sell. Let me figure out what's going on. I actually see it here. Let me make sure that the settings are right. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna make sure that our EAP is doing its job. Thanks, Bond. Appreciate it. So his dollar Swiss took the sell on the open yesterday for a first take profit, then a break even on the second position. Okay, that makes sense. Give me 1 second, guys. Settings look right. No, that's right. Okay. Okay, it's in line. Yeah, yesterday we had a sell. Guys, sorry about that. Yesterday we had a sell, changed from green to red on the dollar Swiss. It's my apologies there. Entry at 94.32. Thank you everyone. We're trying to hit a first take profit. We hit the first take profit yesterday on this long wick down to the 200, and then we closed out at break even on the second position. That's what you should have had. Okay, Kevin, here's the deal. If you at the beginning of my presentation, I always say the same thing. I say, you know, we basically the gist or one of the cornerstones of what I do and how I've been able to do it successfully from a swing trading perspective has been an emphasis on looking at the markets based upon the 5 p.m. Eastern time close. Okay, we use the 5 p.m. Eastern time close because it is the close of the day. Now your charts will not close the day at the same time that, say, the FxEdge chart, which is GMT plus 2. It will close at a different. It'll close at a different time. Now, basically, any swing trades you take is going to be of lower quality and lower accuracy. And I can say that, and I can only say that generally. I can't say that, you know, I can only make a general statement. I can't make an absolute statement. That's how it generally has been, and that's how it's been for me over the last X amount of years that I've been running this. I discovered this by running the same STPs on multiple accounts. You know, I had Interbank FX, FxEdge, multiple accounts. And finding that some performed better than others. And I said, hey, how's this possible? Well, I found that they did perform better for a reason. Right now, you should not be in a dollar Swiss sell. You should be, you know, looking for a dollar Swiss buy, certainly not in a dollar Swiss sell at this point based upon where we are in the market. And so if you've had adverse movement, it's because of that GMT plus 1. Now, what you can do is a very simple fix. You can simply just get a demo account with FxEdge, okay, which does close at 5 p.m. Eastern time. That's why we call it the power hour, and simply run a trade copier right to it. Okay, so you just put it on one chart, and it just copies the trades over to your own MT4 platform. Very, very simple fix there. Okay, Dana, did not take sell or trade at all on the STP5. We're actually working on a fix for that as well, Kevin. We're working on a fix to make sure that we pull all data points from a 5 p.m. close, and that will take care of that for everyone across the board. All right, so you did not take a sell at trade at all in the STP5. Then just reset. if you have if you're using Dana, do you have an FxDD account by chance? Just to make sure that we're uniform. That's not the issue. All right, restart your platform. Make sure that your STP5 is turned on. As long as you have auto trade on, it should take the exact same trades that I'm taking here. Mind you guys, I do not touch these platforms. I do not touch them. I come on and look at it the same time that you do. Everything's automated. I just let this thing run. All right, guys. So restart your platform, Dana, is what I'd recommend. And just make sure that you place the STP on there. Are you doing that right now? Okay, now if that doesn't work, just simply contact info. But that should absolutely work. Guys, if you really want to see how it's done, get at us, myfxedge.com/tribe, TRIBE. That's where I'm spending a lot of my time, and my traders are spending a lot of their time when they do have it. I'll be releasing the iPhone and the Android app as well, so if you're on the go, you can still see the trades, and you can still be a part of this, even if you're on your couch watching the football game. So, you know, become a part of it. myfxedge.com/tribe. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Monday through Thursday, I'll be here, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Bye-bye.